How many of you all have dreamed of a life where everything you desired never came to pass? The calendar turns from one year to the next, and you say, this year is going to be my year, I'm going to reach my goals. But midway through, you say, next year I'll get a better start. Next year I'll make it to February instead of January 2nd.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks for tuning in to the next Conversations with Brent. Today I'm going to do something a little different. You're going to learn a little bit more about me and what I'm striving to do. With Conversations with Brent, I want to bring people on that can help you to get to the next level. I like to say I want to take you from where you are to where you want to be. I like working with the youth. Today you'll see some clips from working at Camp Kizzy, from Toastmasters, and a couple other speaking engagements I've done. This year I'm looking to branch out to speak more at youth groups, churches, any functions that have to do with the youth. I started groups called LOT, Leaders of Tomorrow, and Students of Excellence. If you would like to learn more about me working with youth or have a youth you would like me to work with, you can reach me at contact@brentkmiller.com. Contact@brentkmiller.com. And check out my website, brentkmiller.com, to see testimonies from youth I work with. Looking forward to working with you and helping your youth to live the dreams of their life. Okay, if you were not here last year, my name is Brent Miller. Last year I did a workshop on goals. And who was here last year? Does anybody remember what goals stood for?
No.
I'll get it. It was going
Outgoing. Going on.
going out after life seriously. If you didn't, and I was saying if you didn't have goals, then you weren't serious about life. And we talked about some different things in writing goals. Well, this year we're going to build upon that, and so we're talking about how to get from here to there. See, it's okay to have goals, but sometimes you need more detail of how to get from here to there. That's why navigation systems are so popular. Maps are good because people need to know how to get somewhere. So I want you to take the book that you just voted, and on the back, I want you to draw a cup of coffee. It doesn't matter what it looks like, just draw a cup of coffee. While you're doing that, I'm going to share one of my favorite quotes with you. And this is from Alice in Wonderland. It says, one day Alice came to a fork in the road and saw a Cheshire cat in a tree. Alice said, which way do I go? The cat asked, where do you want to go? She said, I don't know. Then the cat said, it doesn't matter. And that's how life is. If you don't know where you want to go, any road will get you there. But if you know where you want to be at, then you got to have goals. You got to know how to get from here to there. So, when you got your cup of coffee drawn, let me see it. Just hold it up. And it's just brushes your head. Okay? Okay. Now, let me ask you all this. What is the view when you look down at the cup of coffee? You see it from the top, but almost everyone draws it from the side view. But that's not the view we look at coffee. So even in our lives, we have to change the way we look at things because sometimes we look at it from a perspective that we were taught. Because if you have a bowl in front of you and you look down, you're going to see what? Just the circle. But everybody draws the handle or the steam coming or side view. So what we want to do today is change the way we look at life a little bit so that you get a better perspective of where you want to go and not be a copycat of everyone else. So, your internal definition of success is within you. Open your book. That's the copy is the back page, so turn it back to the front and open it up. And on the left-hand side, just a couple of lines. What is success to you? Is it money? Is it cars? Is it house? Is it education? Just a couple of things. What is success to you? Because a lot of times, people are successful, but don't realize it because they never define what success is. So a couple of people, just what's your definition of success? Yes, ma'am.
It's money, marriage, children, and money.
Okay, somebody else? Yes, ma'am.
Finally reaching the goal that you set for yourself.
Reaching the goals that you set for yourself.
Living comfortably.
Okay,
Volunteer with self-actualization.
okay, over here. Yes, ma'am. Money and happiness. Helping others.
Being happily stable in life and living your dreams.
Okay, good. Somebody else over here. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Being happy with myself and what I have done.
Okay, so once you understand what your goals are, now we set out to achieve those goals. What you can become depends on what you overcome. See, for me to have money, first I have to understand the logic of money and how money works. How many people know that money is just an object? Money can make your life good or bad. The thing that you will learn about money is money only makes you more of who you are. You know, people say, oh, you got a little money, you changed. No, you were always that person. Money just magnifies what you are. If you're a nice person, a giver, you're going to give more money because now you have more to give. If you're stingy and a tightwad and don't like helping nobody, just because you get money, you're not going to change. So the first thing you have to understand is money is an object. Now, with all objects, there has to have a plan. So if you don't have a budget for your money, you'll get $20, $30, and in a day you say, where'd my money go? Because money will disappear. But if you write a goal or a budget, see, money has goals too, but it's called a budget. You have to write a budget for your money so you know where your money goes. The thing you want to do is tell them where it goes so you don't have to ask where it went. So even if you have a part-time job and you only make $100, $200, before you get paid, you can do a couple of things. If you believe in tithing, you can say, okay, I'm going to do 10% tithes, then I'm going to pay myself 10%, and then I'm going to put 10% away for something I want. That's 30%. Now you still got 70% of that to use. So if that's $100, you pay 10% to your church or wherever you go, $10 to the church, $10 to yourself, $10 away, and that still leaves you $70 to do whatever you want with. But what you're starting to do is you're starting to tell your money. So if you get paid every week, at the end of the month, you got $40 put away in your savings. You got $40 for something you're saving. And depending on how much you spent out of that 70, you may have $280. See, the mindset that we have to change with you all is, how much are Jordans nowadays? $200? Yes, like, how much? $110, $200, depending. So think about it. This is the thing that always baffles my mind when I see people work at McDonald's or somewhere, and then as soon as the Jordans come out, they take those 40 hours that they gave of their life and go spend it on a pair of gym shoes. Now, what if you take them 40 hours, because you exchanged your time for that money, take that 40 hours, when you get that check, you say, okay, what's the best thing I can do to recoup my 40 hours? Because you can't get that time back. So start looking at investment. See how much Nike stock costs. You know, you may not have enough to buy one share might be $100. But you save up. Because what happens a lot of times when you buy stock? Who knows what happens when you buy stock in the company? Yes,
I don't quite know, but
it's okay to say.
when the company or the organization increases, however much money it increases, you get a share of it or something.
Yeah, you get dividends, but there's something else. Yes, ma'am.
If you put it into something that ends up, like if you put it into something long-term tight, then you have a high possibility of it going down and you can lose all of your money as well.
Well, but that is true, but education alleviates the risk. See, if you do your homework, you can do it. How many of you all chew gum on the regular? You know, if you invest in Wrigley stock, they send you free gum. A lot of times with Nike and some other companies, that's the side benefit of investing. You can get products either free or a discount because they send their shareholders certificates and coupons and special orders. So like they may come out with a new pair of Jordans and they may send them to the stockholders to see what they think of them, or they may send you a pair to see what you think. So as you get money, you're never too young to start investing. There's one thing this generation has over any generation unlike yours, except the ones behind you, is the internet. Anything you want to learn, anything you want to know, anything you want to find out, you can find out on the internet. How many people know what an IP address is on a computer? Your IP address is basically what your address is for your computer. I just learned yesterday you can type in the computer, what is my IP address, and it'll tell you right there. So even if you don't know, all you gotta do is go to search and put what is my IP, and it'll give it to you right there. So I say that to say this generation has so much knowledge at your fingertips that there's nothing you shouldn't be able to do. So look at investing. Here's 5 rules that you should practice every day. And write these in your little book. 5 rules that you should do every day. Read, think, file, ask questions, and write. Every day you should read, think, file, ask questions, and write. And let me tell you why you should do these 5 things every day. How do we learn about something we don't know about? Ask or you read. So say I want to learn about investing. So I read, I'll go on a website. There's the Investor Food, there's Motley's, there's a couple of different investing websites. So you go on a website, you read. Then you think about what you read. Okay, they say if I invest $10, I'll get 5%, or I may get 10%. So you think about it. Then what you're gonna do is file it. Keep your little notebook, a pad, and write that website down, write what information you had, and just put it to the side. Then you're gonna ask questions. Ask your parents, ask anybody you think that may have that knowledge, ask them about what you just read and filed. And then the last thing is write. How can you use that information? How many sessions have you all had today so far? This is the first session today, and they go until, when's the last one came?
Sunday.
So you're gonna hear a lot of information over the next couple of days. Make sure you write what you can, because there's no way you'll retain all of it. You're gonna have to take some time to write. At the end of each day, take out your notebook, review what you learned that day. Everything you review is enforced by how many times you look at it. And you can ask your parents or something this one. It's the 4 T's. Take time to think. Most people don't know how to think. How do you think? What's the process of a thought? But see, a lot of people say think about it, and they may sit there and say, I can do this and that, and that's the end of it. How do you process something? What do you think? Somebody give me an example of how they think about something. If you want to go to Six Flags, what's your process of getting to Six Flags? Ask your parents. You probably think about who you want to attend with you, what you're going to wear, how you're going to get there. So you think about all these things. So in anything you do, take time to think about it. They used to teach in school, and I don't know if they still do anymore. It was called the 5 Questions of Journalism. Anybody ever heard that term?
Yeah.
Who knows? I heard of Sam again. And sometimes why? So when you think, use those questions. And everything I do, I run through those 5 questions of journalism to make sure I don't forget anything. How many of you all have dreamed of a life where everything you desired never came to pass? The calendar turns from one year to the next, and you say, this year is going to be my year, I'm going to reach my goals. But midway through, you say, next year I'll get a better start. Next year I'll make it to February instead of January 2nd. See, many of us, we start out with this desire to be something, to do something, to accomplish or achieve something that we never thought possible. But a lot of times, we don't know how. And so what do? We go look for the latest book. We go look at the latest video on the internet. And it gives you 5, 10, 15, 3 keys to success. Well, I've discovered there's only truly one key to success. But before I give you that, I'm going to give you some numbers. People like statistics and numbers. There's a man named Tom Corley, and he wrote a book talking about the habits of the rich. Now, One thing is if you take some of these habits and practice them for 30 days, you'd be just a little closer to your desired outcome. He said 80% focused on one major goal. He surveyed over 200 wealthy people. 80% focused on one major goal. How many have you focused on? Lose weight, get out of debt, start a business. That's 3 or 4. One major goal. 67% watch less than 1 hour of TV. So that means you can only watch one episode of The Housewives, whether it's Atlanta, Orange County, New York, or Love and Hip Hop. You get 1 hour TV. But if they did watch TV, it was something pertaining to what that one major goal was focused on. Something else the rich did, 81% maintained a to-do list. My wife is notorious for doing a to-do list. If it's 1 item for the day or 5 for the day, a to-do list. A to-do list helps you to stay focused on what the major task is. Another thing that the rich did is 63% listened to audiobooks. They didn't listen to the latest songs, which most of us are of the age. Music nowadays is just like, just rip my ears out and stick me with forks or something, because it's just horrible. There's no content in music anymore. And one of the other ones is 76% exercise at least 30 minutes 4 times a day. Now, these are some things that they do. To me, they're not keys to success. It's some things you can implement. Cut back on your TV watching. Most of them read 30 minutes a day. They say if you read 30 minutes a day, you can read 2 books a month. All of them read something pertaining to what it is they want to do. If you want to be an entrepreneur, there's plenty of books that you can read, audios that you can listen to further your skill and enhance what it is you want to do. But the one true key to success, who can tell me what that one true key to success is? Mr. Chip Jones. Focus, that's it right there, but it's something else I want to bring out and pull to, but it is focus. Anybody else, take a shot at it. Discipline's a good one, yes, sir. Motivation's another one. All these go into it.
Expecting of yourself.
Expecting of yourself.
Writing it down.
Writing it down, yes, sir. I see that. I see them wheels turning. What is it?
Persistence.
Persistence. All these are good. All these go into it, but there's that one thing that's the key to success.
Courage.
Courage is good. Hey, none of these are wrong, but we still haven't hit that one.
Desire.
But it's fail first. Fail is good. You know, fail stands for first attempt in learning. Every time you fail, you learn what to do or what not to do. What you got, Doc?
Yeah.
Desire.
Motivation's good. Desire's good.
Getting started.
Getting started. Nike said, just do it. You gotta just do it. It's great to have desire, determination, focus, and all those, but every journey starts with what? A single step. See, a to-do list can be that single step. To be focused, to read, all these things can be that single step, but we have to just do it. A lot of times we start with the motivation, we write the list down, we see how we're gonna do it, and then we sit and we get caught up in Housewives of Atlanta, which turns into whatever show comes on after that, which turns into Love and Hip Hop, and now you're sleepy, and guess what? Another day has gone by, and then it's 2 days, and then it's a week, and then it's a month. See, no one gets to where they are one day, but it's one day at a time. And to correct the problem, you have to take the same methodology that it took to start it. So if it took me 10 years that I get into this habit of watching TV, it started with one step. One day I have to say, I'm not going to watch TV, or I'm only going to watch an hour, and be disciplined to do that. See, one thing I learned in the military is attention to detail and discipline will get you anywhere. See, I have to be so single-minded focused that I can't let the people over here that says, why are you trying to do that again? You failed 5 times. Because 27% of all people that started businesses failed at least once. Einstein failed 10,000 times, and they asked him, how did it feel to fail 10,000 times, and at the 10,001 you made it? He said, I don't even remember, because once I made it, the failures don't even matter. See, we have to get to a point in our mindset that it don't make no difference how many times I fail. If I keep taking a step forward, eventually I'm going to get there. Now I'm at the front of the room. There's only one way I can get to the back. It's one step after one step after one step, keeping my focus after one step. See, that's how you get somewhere. Now, the Bible talks about turn the other cheek. And most men, and I know most of you women ain't gonna let nobody slap you on the cheek and talk about turn the other cheek. But let me tell you what that scripture means to me. If my focus is to get to that door, and I'm walking to that door and DeAndre calls me, he just took my focus away from where I'm trying to get to. So what do I have to do? I have to turn the other cheek, get back focused, and proceed on. See, we got to make sure that we understand. In 2 Timothy 2:15, it says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Only way I can do that is I got to study for myself. It's great to hear Bishop Bronner, T.D. Jakes, Pastor Oliver, but when you get that rhema word, when God speaks directly to you, it comes from your own personal time of study. So, if you want to reach those keys of success and have a better year than you ever had before, just do it. Why do I need to get up? It gets me going. I'm not rushing in Atlanta. You get up early, you beat traffic. So there's rewards that make me want to do that. The solution or the response is the actual habit you perform, which can take the form of a thought or action. I think it takes both. Every thought has to have an action behind it. A lot of people say they want to lose weight, they want to read more, they want to do this, but it's just a thought unless you put action behind it. And then the reward is you get a good habit. And it kind of goes like this. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Reno talked about how they wanted to work with assets and how it was able them to save money. So they had to see what the problem was. Opportunity IQ gave them a snapshot of where the money was going, where things were. Then once they liked it, now they see how they can progress forward with it. What other data can they get? What else can they use with it? Then the wanted is, now that I have it, what else can I do to get to that point? And then the reward is, I got it. For you, it may be that you want your operation to be more efficient. So what that is I want to see us be more efficient and save time. The I like it part is the RFID, automate. Kyle talked about the integration, things that can take that away and make it automated so you don't have to worry about it. And then the wanted is that response. What does it take to get it? And then you get the I got it. So, results are success of highly visible and widely discussed, and the process of success is invisible or hidden from the view, and that leads us to overvalue the results and undervalue the process. To overvalue the results and undervalue the process. And when we think about a process, there's the storming. Years ago, there was the 4 stages of business. Storming. Storming was let's talk it out. What is our goal? Let's hear your thought. Let's hear my thoughts. Let's everybody get their thoughts out and let's go through them. Then after that, what is the norm? Reno talked about finding all their assets. That was the goal. They had to come to a normalization of what that looks like. Everybody had to be involved. From there, it's the conforming. Now we know that this is the way we're going. Everybody has to do their part. In playing football, there's 11 men on the field, but one man cannot do what he wants to do. If the quarterback calls a play as a receiver, you can't run your own route because now the quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball. It's the same thing in business. Once there is a play call, we all have to buy in. Whether it was your idea or not, if we all agree that this is where we're going, then we have to conform. Once you conform, then you get the performing. We heard once again how Reno talked about now they were able to save money. Now they can buy sleep number beds. They can buy more equipment. But if everybody didn't buy into that, then you would still be talking about, well, I want this for my department. I want this for my department. But if you work collectively and together, eventually every department will get what they want because that takes a team effort. And then once you do that, you get the results. Hey, what'd you think about those clips? I hope you enjoyed those clips of me speaking at different occasions. And if you would like to book me for speaking, go to contact@BrentKMiller.com. Thanks for tuning in to Conversations with Brent, connecting with people on all levels. Please like, subscribe, and check out BrentKMiller.com.